Hello guys, welcome to another market update video. Today I'm going to talk about Bitcoin as always. And today we have a little bit interesting things to say. We are trading at a pretty key zone, at least we was. Range value high, at least the local range we're trading in currently. And we also get a confirmation of this 4-hour bearish divergence on momentum. You can see price is getting higher, momentum is getting lower. That's something I find pretty interesting because I know people are getting bullish, up, and to be honest, the price has been going up for, I think it's 6 days in a row, and we was actually green a good bit of today as well, so it looked like it potentially could be 7 days in a row, and I understand that people get bullish, and the prices had been overall pretty strong. But you can see the money flow isn't really extremely bad, so for this to really roll over, we need the money flow to turn to downside. The momentum is rolling over, but money flow ain't really bad on the 4-hour. So that's something I find pretty interesting, but still, range value high often gives a dump and have given a dump towards the range point of control, at least for now. But if we find acceptance below the point of control, the likely thing is to get down to range value low. But this is never a guarantee, not at all. But you can see we got the same thing here. Point of control, massive dump, got a bounce from the range value high, some chop, and then we reclaimed it, and then we got this massive move to the upside once again. So I think a flush is on the table. I hope a flush is on the table. I think it would be healthy for the markets. Reset and then flush some longs and also get the bulls to calm down a little bit because their confidence is getting extremely high. I have bought Bitcoin. I have bought Bitcoin at 59k or at around 58 something. So, and I am long too, but I'm also short and I'm a day trader and a scalper. But of course I'm an investor as well because I invest in Bitcoin and crypto and stocks and so on. But at the same time, I don't just think straight up. I think opportunities, and opportunities can be both up and down. That's just the way markets work. Markets go up, markets go down. So I think on the daily chart at least, it would be really healthy to see some red, but time will tell if we get it. Can also look at some other key levels of my interest. A few anchor VWAPs, but just keeping noise away, sticking to extremes. I'm interested in looking for this golden pocket around 60k for a good long area and for a good short. Locally, I think this area is great to watch, and in the middle, watching these anchor VWAPs could make sense if we see a trigger for a long trade, for sure. We can go to my normal chart. I've made a good old technical analysis as I always made before. This is my new TA. You can see today's low is a potential scalp long area. It's nothing blind, for sure not, but it's still an area to watch and can also be an area to watch for a bearish MSR retest because it's a flip zone. You can see these key lows. And we also have weekly low, poor low, naked VWAP, something I'm watching below. And after that we have a 4-hour with the VWAP, naked VWAP actually, with also the golden pocket confluence. Lines up pretty well, right? And the last one is 786 confluence with weekly and naked VWAP confluence plus a buying tail. Above us, weekly high remains extremely interesting to me. Sell tail 4-hour and weekly sell tail TPOC, also with the confluent with the high I showed on the last key chart. So short term should see a correction, but time will tell. And I think tomorrow it's going to be pretty interesting moves. I think some volatility is potentially going to come. And I think it's going to be interesting moves overall. I've decided to take the trade recaps I plan to do today, tomorrow. So I'm going to collect many trades of this week. Both good trades. I'm going to share a few losing trades. Of course, I'm going to be honest both ways. I'm going to share some tips on what to do both ways. A few mistakes I potentially made, a few things I learned, and a few things you maybe can implement in your trading to get some better results over time. So my idea and my plan remains the same. I'm gonna watch my confluence areas. I don't have any intention of predicting markets. My main intention is to react to reactions and trade reactions at zones. Not predictions, not hope. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to stick to my zones of interest. Everything that happens in the middle is treated as scalps and shouldn't be taken very seriously in terms of risk and targets. Also, if I see, for example, the zone below just getting blown through, don't you think I'm going long? I'm waiting for more confirmation. Also, that to mention, I'm gonna have a new zones posted tomorrow before New York, as I always do, because you never know what happens during Asia. That's when I sleep. I'm in Norwegian time. But I'm gonna watch these zones as shown, as described, for reactions. No trigger and no trade will be taken. That's how I roll. Anyways, I've just partnered up with Liquid. You can trade stocks and crypto on the same platform with leverage. Check it out, link in the description. And the best bonuses for crypto trading right now is BloFin, of course, my favorite exchange. Check the link in the description. And we also have many other exchanges with discounts. I think, I don't know how many, but it's pretty much every exchange you should check out. BloFin, WEEX, OKX, Bybit EU for MiCA regulations. All the others are pretty much non-KYC. BingX is KYC. But we also have KCEX if you're struggling with fees. So it's something for everyone. But I just want to tell you, trading can be brutal. I just posted a video on losses and drawdown because that's a part of the game. If you don't believe it, you need to, because trading can be brutal and it's no joke. So please stick to risk management. And don't you think that just because it's an area of interest for you, you don't need to take the trade if you don't line up with your confluences, line up with your entry triggers, for example, a weak swing failure pattern, for example, momentum divergence. If you don't get your triggers, and if it doesn't work the risk in terms of risk reward, don't take the trade and move on to next. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you with a new video tomorrow. I'm going to take trade recaps and a higher time frame update, cover some spot ideas, and also cover a few low time frame setups and ideas. Bye.